WJBW is made possible by sausage. Stick one in your mouth.
I hear a little bit of feedback in the mic.
These charges are not mine.
Hey, welcome to the JBW Web DBWDD.com or RevRevShow.com. Oh, yes! Guys, you fucking asinine.
Can you give me a massage? I love you.
Holla at you.
Ow!
Ooh, girl.
Seriously.
Hello, Papa.
Some shit like that. You gotta do the Rocky Mountain ride.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck with. Boy. Everybody get the Rocky Mountain ride.
WJBW.
You don't want this.
Welcome back. The JB Rev Show.
That's right. I'm the Rev. That's the JB.
Weekly effort to praise the talented.
Every fucking week.
Talk with our great friends, occasionally meet new friends, and always in the midst of that, be asking questions like...
be asking?
Always be...
Yeah, always be asking.
Yeah, always ask questions stupidly so you get good responses. You gotta be an individual. You gotta be yourself, and you gotta let people be themselves, and that is exactly what we do every single week. We make sure we venerate talented people, talk with people, and promote what they're doing. This week is a great week. We have a good friend of ours reconnecting with Patrick Scott Barnes.
Hello. Patrick Scott Barnes.
A local legend session with them. How you doing? Good to see you.
Yeah, man.
Hey, good to be here, man.
Yeah, it's nice to have you here.
Successful book. We're going to talk about and do a local legend, learn a little bit about his kind of origins and roots here in Orlando. Definitely the local legend character. And I was like, didn't we do this already? I thought we did. And I was like, nope, I never.
No?
I went back and looked. It's episode 80.
I know not with me.
No, it's episode 80.
I wasn't here
the first time. No, you weren't here. So now, we'll do it proper. There we go. Oh, that was pre-rev.
Yeah, pre-rev.
Okay.
That was with the JB Rev.
Your wife also had a pre-rev time, I guess, too. That's right. Right? Just that's how it works, right? You didn't know her your whole life.
Hell no.
Okay. All right.
God, otherwise we wouldn't be together.
8 o'clock hour. Nicholas Salito gives us a call. The Modern Music Movement. Talk about a badass concert series venue in the beautiful Veranda courtyard there. Veranda Live fires up, and he'll tell us more about it. The Hate Bombs, I think, kick off a soft opening, so we'll chat a little bit about that.
They've been kicking it for a while now, Hate Bombs.
We're going to leave the phones open, kind of. We're going to take a look.
Actually, let's close the phone lines today.
No, we're going to close the phone lines.
Phone lines are closed.
No, they got to be
Don't even
open.
try.
I want people to call in and talk to Patrick if they want to. So anybody that's listening, it's 407-906-9328. We never get phone calls, Patrick, so don't be nervous.
We don't.
Don't be nervous.
Yeah. All right. Nobody listens to this shit.
Yeah, no, it never happens. So anyway,
it happened once,
happens, I guess,
but it was the wrong number.
Yeah, there's somebody who wasn't listening. Yeah, exactly.
No, we get a lot of people that listen, but they listen throughout the week, not necessarily. We give a, Yeah,
we have a great listener base.
We do.
They understand what we do. You can meet someone new or maybe 2 or 3 people each week that we do the show. So
you need
that's
to get our
why
app,
we do it.
the JB Rev app.
Yeah,
and
it's
join the
through
chat room.
Spreaker. It's Spreaker. You could do it. Nope, we're not the big fancy showboating full of holes production. We're just straight up honest line.
We're getting there,
sir. We're a line. We're a straight line.
Straight.
All right.
Emphasis so no gay people can call that line.
Wow.
It's the straight line.
Look at him. He finds all the little holes and nooks and crannies.
Man, don't call it a straight line if you're gay.
He's like an
piss me off.
Inspector over there.
We got a separate gay line.
Okay. What is
call that?
It's your phone number. Let's give it out.
Yep.
What
407
okay.
923.
Okay.
Suck a dick.
34.
34. Okay.
Hey,
give me a call. Come on. I woke up
a bathroom wall somewhere.
That's right. A lot of wares. So, hey, we got fucking the one and only Patrick Scott Barnes. Let me tell you something about this guy. I was trying to think about it earlier, and I don't know. I mean, I've known you for 20 plus years for sure.
Right.
Well, since like 96, 97. How long? You grew up here, didn't you?
I was born in Sanford.
So, okay. Wow. So, yeah.
That's cool.
But then you moved away, right?
Yeah, I moved away, yeah.
Where'd you go? You moved to, like, Buffalo. And then you moved back. You moved all the way to the other side. But I was trying to remember. I know we hung out at Will's, old school Will's. But before that, I think it was probably either Knock Knock or what was the corner bar?
Yab Yum.
Yab Yum, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably there is when I think we first met.
Your hanging out days.
Yeah, but then you used to come into Midtown
Carousing.
Tavern after I was at I managed Will's for a while, and then I went over to Midtown. And didn't you do a thing in Midtown for a little while?
I never went to Midtown.
Oh, you didn't? Because
he
Dave Shaw.
He kind of thought I went there, but
Is that what it was?
he had asked me that I ever did anything there, but no, I don't think I ever went inside there.
Really? Why didn't you ever go?
Where
It's
was
just 'cause you didn't-
Midtown?
What's that? Midtown was where Sadie's used to be, the little Dusby bar. It's on the corner, not at the corner, but Fairbanks and 1792.
And wasn't there like a not post-time lounge, but right there on Fairbanks, some other little rock venue.
Oh, wait,
it was a rock venue. I forget what that
He's
was.
talking about. It used to be McCraney's, and
and before that, it was something in Fairbanks Inn.
Fairbanks.
FBI.
FBI. Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah, that's good. Good.
Orlando. That's old school Orlando. So, all right, so we'll get into all of that, or are we dynamically doing it? I was going to roll into some music, come back, but it sounds like we're comfortable to
Yeah,
talk,
I just wanted to say how I've always loved you, and you've always
Well,
I remember when you first started doing the well, I don't know, didn't you do something at Yab Yum before you came to
I
Will's?
used to do spoken word there.
Yeah.
I used to do the whole spoken word there.
Right.
95.
There you go. Okay, so what didn't you call it? Wasn't it called something?
Okay. We just called it like spoken word when it was at Yab Yum.
Okay,
But then we had moved to Go Lounge. And so what happened was we had to come up with a name to promote the Go Lounge night.
Right.
So a friend of mine, Elton Bracey, he came up with the name the Backroom Words. So that's the name we traveled with for quite a while, even when we weren't in Go Lounge.
They had like a little picture window stage up there or something, or didn't they? Or am I imagining that?
Which in Go Lounge?
Naked girls? No.
I remember the bus in the back.
No,
The
Kit
bus
Kat
in the
was
back
pretty
cool.
risque, right? Kind of, because isn't there a Kit Kat? Anyway, all right. So let's not get away from the point. Hold on. Let's make sure
You're the
if
one that
we're gonna
interrupted
do
there,
this.
buddy.
No, you're the one that didn't start it right. Hold on.
Okay.
Local legend Patrick Scott Barnes, honored guest and friend in our studio here, well known for his spoken word, his photography, his blogging, and now physical 3D books that you can get out there. So we're going to go back to the genesis of Mr. Patrick Scott Barnes. As we just learned, Bern, right here in Sanford, and moved across the street and then back, right? But you rock, brother.
Yeah, you do.
You are a phenomenal kind of a moving force in Orlando that's quiet and ghost-like we are. So we love that, and we feel a lot of well, hey, no, I'm saying you're
Ghost-like. What are you talking about?
Ghost-like.
You're the one that walks around in a white hood. With
Okay. Oh, wow.
Or a sheep.
Tainting. Why are you tainting my
Well, you went there and
intro?
called him a ghost.
Get your taint off my intro. All right, cut it out. Thank you, brother, so much being here in studio. We love the heck out of you.
We do. We love you.
Thank you.
So, thanks for coming in. We'll see you next week.
Well, what we'd like to do is learn about people kind of at their very genesis. So what was your youth like? Did you have inclinations? You'd be kind of doing some of the cool things you're doing now, or?
Well, wait, you were born in Sanford. How old were you when you moved away, and where'd you go?
Okay, I kind of moved around a lot. I was born in Sanford, and then there was a time where I moved to Altamont. The family moved to Altamont, but see, I was still going to school in Sanford. And then there was a law that passed that says, you got to go to the school in the same area.
Zone, yeah.
So
Okay.
I started going to school in Altamont, but then me, my mom, and my brother, we moved to Fern Park, Castleberry area.
Right.
So I stayed in that area from 79 up to way to 1998.
So how old are you? You're the same age as me.
48?
Yeah, you're the same age. 69. You're the cock, right?
Yeah, the Cox.
That's right. We've had this discussion before. So, was I going with this Fern Park? And what schools did you go to?
I went to let me see, Goldsboro, Altamont Elementary.
Well, what junior high and high, or what middle school?
Tuscaloosa.
Tuscaloosa. I went to Jackson Heights and South Seminole because I got I failed a grade in Jackson Heights, so I went to South Seminole. But enough about me. So you went to Tuscaloosa. Did you go to Oviedo?
No, I went to Lake Howell.
Oh, okay, I went to Oviedo.
Année de coq.
Because Tuscaloosa also went to went to Oviedo. Anyways, so
then I graduated. I went to Lake Howell, but I graduated from Seminole High School. I went back to Sanford.
I got my GED.
You went to Crooms?
Dude, yeah. Were you there when the space shuttle blew up?
Nah, I was in Lake Howell still.
Oh, okay.
No, he was on another planet.
Well, I was at Seminole High School, which
right
SCC, right? Oh, wait, Seminole High School. I'm sorry. I went to SCC Adult High School.
Yeah, I know where you went.
Yeah, and I went like Billy Dillon.
This is not the parent-teacher conference bacon
well, I'm trying to get a history of Patrick, you know? So, you graduated from Seminole?
Yeah, graduated. Everyone else graduated during the spring. I graduated during the summer.
Right on. At least you graduated, because,
Yeah.
I had to get my GED, but so
good enough diploma.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right.
Exactly.
So then we can bounce Bubble over to the question about did you have some kind of inclinations? Were you documenting stuff as a kid? Were you give us a sense of how these two things kind of developed together.
I always started writing stuff around since let me see, maybe since elementary school. I was writing stuff, and my first poem actually got published in when I was in 4th grade.
Really?
Yeah, some guy was publishing a local book of elementary school kids who wrote poetry.
Okay.
Right on.
Well, he taught us.
Right.
He taught us the class, and then he published the book.
Wow.
So my first publishing was like when I was 9 years old.
Awesome.
Wow.
So that looks good on a resume.
And so,
kudos. But that's what I'm talking about. It's cool to see the tie.
So you've had an interest in this since you were, obviously, a kid.
Right.
What about photography?
Well, when photography started, where I was always the one I was always given the camera.
Okay.
They always handed me the camera.
You were the tallest, probably, right? He's a good-looking. He's a tall guy, and here you go, right?
And but I didn't really take photography seriously until
you got paid.
till 31. That's when I really started, and it happened on a fluke. So what happened was I was doing poetry readings,
right?
And you know how people used to scan images and make that out of a flyer.
Yeah.
So
like at Kinko's.
Yeah. So I said, well, I got to start taking my original images. Use my original images, and I wasn't gonna get sued or nothing. But
you were like, just to be safe.
Yeah,
let it be original.
And so I said, well, let me learn how to take pictures and use my original images. And so that's how that started. And then it got to a point where I was taking more pictures than I was writing actual poetry.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So so it's kind of like photography happened like a fluke or whatever. Maybe I'm saying the wrong word.
Well, no, it's kind of just you weren't nothing you had anticipated. Just kind of fell into it. Yeah, I got you. And the success of it, like you wouldn't have kept doing it if you weren't good at it or had a knack for it.
Right, exactly. I got the photography bug.
Nice.
Yeah. And that's cool because, again, here in Orlando, and only recently we spoke with them, Holly and the Cons, the session. Yeah. And anyway, you're seeing the area kind of become more metropolitan and have galleries and now, photographs and gallery. Back in the day, it wasn't like that. You
didn't
here
see that many.
in Orlando, there were like very few and they were more boutique. Right. So it's cool to see them in more casual, nighttime spaces or restaurants as well. But you are still doing a lot of work and a lot of what we're going to talk about in a bit, which is the book that you're putting out, are combining those two elements, right, of the writing and the photography.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I love to see that it's a natural kind of a coupling, but.
And obviously, it did really well because this first book you sold out of it.
Yeah,
which
kudos.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Which is the Orlando Night Spots. I mean, you
3.
just
What do you think we are in
3.
the medieval times?
3 Orlando Night Spots.
The Reverend just came from a Renaissance festival.
The Orlando Night Spots.
Okay.
The 3 Orlando
Yes,
Night
I
Spots.
do, man.
But you just recently came out with this, what, a couple weeks ago?
No, I came out with it in maybe November.
Oh, all right. And your first run is sold out. So the first edition.
Actually, this is my third run.
Oh, wow. Wow, dude. That's
Great.
awesome.
And so, can we see the book then? Should we go right into the book? But no, well, let's kind of get to where we are now, because there were a lot of challenges in the way, like we were just building up, saying Orlando there wasn't so many opportunities as there are now to show art or to be creative with art. It was very small, I guess, in comparison to Orlando.
Like when I first started the open mic thing, there wasn't many open mics like there is now.
I was going to say you're basically were a pioneer before it, because it nationally got pretty popular.
Yeah, well, it was always kind of subversive in
but I mean, like Def Comedy Jams did
Sure.
you know, and so I mean, I always respected you for that because you were kind of ahead of the curve with that. And it wasn't called Backroom; it was called something else at Will's, wasn't it?
He just told you.
Well, no. It was Backroom Words when I went to Will's. But what happened was, I walked off with Will's. I just walked away from it.
So this was like what time frame?
2002.
Okay.
Then another guy took it over, Todd Cavanis. He called it the Speakeasy.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
So it was like, I was the Backroom Words, but when he took over, it was Speakeasy.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, in Backroom Words was because of the Backroom of Will's.
Yeah. No, it was because of the back room at Go Lounge.
Oh, okay. But then when you did it at Will's, it was
still in the back room. Yeah,
so,
it just happened to be
coincidentally.
In yeah.
Man.
See, that's what I mean. He's a pioneer. He knew ahead of time what was going on. Which,
Well, there you go. Yeah, kind of blazing the trail, paving the way, and that's what's cool about it, man. Is that when because you look like you've kept your age very well. You still look youthful to me for some reason. You look like you got a lot to do.
Okay, I'm gonna see it. I gotta see it.
Okay,
black don't crack.
Oh,
nice.
There you go. That's more. You got as many as you want of those. We're talking with Patrick Scott Barnes in studio, freshly dubbed local legend, a little bit overdue, but I'll tell you what, man, I'm so glad you were able to come in because we are excited to be able to kind of continue to work together like we work with Nicholas Salido, who we're going to talk with at 8:00. So keep tagged up with us, man. We want to work symbiotically with you and bounce kind of energies moving forward, because that's what we're all about. So, Reverend, what are you doing over there?
I'm actually going to be bringing on a special guest here.
Ordering us a pizza? You're bringing on a listen to Ed McMahon over there. Okay, what are you doing, Ed McMahon?
How about I get
Ed McMuffin is what your name is. What?
Jessica Martins to talk about Southern Fried Sunday. There you go.
In the spur of the moment, and with an attitude. Look at that.
So, don't ask me what I'm fucking doing. What are you doing?
I'm doing the show.
I know. Well, hey, I got a message from her, and now I'm returning it and trying to make set this up.
If you could be a little more cloaked in your activity over there, that'd be great. All right, then. Try to pretend. Then come on, dude.
Okay.
All right. I'm just gonna sit here until he's done. Go ahead. No, we'll wait for you. Hold on, Patrick. You good?
I'm cool.
Patrick's great, man. He can carry a conversation.
No, just hold on.
Yeah.
No, wait. Dead silence. Let's have.
Sure. My show too. So,
well, don't everybody speak all at once.
I know, man. That's ridiculous. That's the lamest shit you've ever done on the show before. Not said anything. So
it should be the best. There you go.
Yeah.
It's over. All right. So I love this guy, man. I love that you're doing what you're doing, and maybe we can kind of get this back and push it into a nice umbrella of where we are today, because we're laying the bedrock of the fact that you've contributed a lot to the Orlando culture and scene here, and you've seen it change over time. Are things moving in the right direction?
Well, I remember. Okay, let me take back to like downtown in like the 90s, and then I'll progress a little bit. Now, when I used to go downtown and hang out, there was always like available parking that you could get
for free.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Park for free.
Mm-hmm. Lot 6. I remember Lot 6 well.
And now, it's good that downtown got popular, but here's the thing: maybe you're paying $10 for gas, and then you're paying $10 for parking, and then paying $10 to get into the place, and then the drinks are over. Too dang on high,
right?
And so
that's the Uber guy wants a trip because you can't drive now.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
And so,
and then there's liability, and it feels like at certain points you could, it lets you lose control down there.
Right,
it gets crazy downtown.
Yeah, it does.
But in some ways, that just shows you that the city is growing.
Right.
I mean, it's growing pains you got to deal with. Now, for people like my age, around like 48, around 40, I am 48,
like me.
That downtown is not as attractive anymore because
it's a liability.
Yeah. So people like me, we'll probably hang around Mills Avenue, or we'll probably go to
Thornton Park Live. There you go. The Veranda. You go there.
Where's the
Milk District?
Yeah, the Milk District. Because people around about my age hang out there.
The whole infrastructure, Winter Park, all of the more suburban areas, I guess.
Right.
Yeah.
So but like I say, like we talked about the art scene, we didn't have the art scene like we have now.
True that for sure.
Venues that weren't there, they're now there.
Right.
And so, like I say, I used to be the only one hosting open mics like on strictly poetry.
Right.
Strictly poetry.
How many people would come in and join in? Were people relatively interactive back then? Because again, this was pre-internet, right?
Well, some nights you can probably see like 10 people, and then sometimes you see like 20 people wanting to read.
Yep.
And I used to have to drink a lot on those nights. And I'll be honest with you, some of the people I just zoned out on. Some of the poetry just weren't interested in.
Oh, yeah.
But, I was happy I gave them that outlet.
Right.
Yeah, that's incredible. That's fantastic, yeah. And you were enabling free speech, in essence.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that is for sure. That is for real. And... But yeah, so talking, I guess, more detailed about it. The people in particular, because this fascinates me. Because again, wherever you kind of would say back in that time, without the outlet of social media, imagine in your mind, you're like pointed. You're looking for little posters, tags, little on memo boards and stuff. Go here, do this.
Yeah.
You didn't have all of this. But here's the other thing: when you would find it and you would go there, like I used to go to Cafe Da Vinci in DeLand.
Okay, I remember
and
that
do the things there, like way back when it was like Tongue and Groove, and it was still had all the material in there for their antiques, doors and frames, and it was crazy, man. Anyway, at any rate, that's the beautiful thing of it is when you can say, hey, I was there. And maybe, talk about the relationship, like Sanford is growing like crazy too. You know?
It is.
And that used to be the capital of Florida, I think, right? Jerry, you would know.
Seminole County.
Yeah, it was the capital of Seminole County, not
No,
Florida.
wait a minute. There was a time when...
DeLand.
Well, because...
it was a port.
Yeah, because it was a port. It was it was like the place people used to go to before they started going to like...
Yeah. Just geographically, how it was
you're
located.
Right. Because of the port, the celery that was growing there.
Yep, that's right. That's right. There's a wonderful Sanford Museum, actually, right there on Lake Monroe, for real. And it's actually very
really?
informative. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
You were talking to me like a dad just for a millisecond there. I'm sorry.
Well, I only know it because of my job. I've had to go in and inspect it. So, I'm not going to detail.
Gadget?
Yeah.
Okay.
But,
cool.
Yeah.
I've been there once.
It's pretty cool. I mean, it's,
I mean,
back in 89, hadn't been there since.
It's like a field trip.
And Sanford downtown is like a real, authentic, old school kind of historic look and feel, right? I mean, it's just that one main drag, kind of.
Have you ever been?
Yeah, Sanford?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where Patrick's from. Used to be the capital.
Okay. You're like a malfunctioning human grinder app. I didn't want to know that. I'm listening to him. I'm in a show. Hey, do you want to call Jessica Martins to see if you can set up an interview?
No. Well, why don't we break to a song? How's that?
Oh,
I thought you were going to do
Well,
that
let's
earlier.
Push into the book. Oh, yeah, I was going to do that in the beginning, but you want to start the
Maybe
interview,
get our
my man.
bearings together. You know,
I'm not sure what that means.
you know, you're not feeling a lot tonight. So just do your thing, man.
No, I was inspired by that Andy Kaufman thing that I've watched for the 800th time with Jim Carrey.
Oh, man, I never saw that.
A couple nights ago. You never seen it?
No, was that Man on the Moon?
Yes.
I never saw it.
Oh, you should. That's. Are we losing your mic?
The documentary is even there. I think we did lose your mic.
He does sound like he's off.
Am I on?
Just smack it around. Smack it
Smack
like
it.
this. Smack it. Okay, there you go. Are you
Check.
back?
Am I here?
No, you're not there.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, it's a sign. Okay.
Yeah.
Are you there?
Testing. There, there it was. Okay, there I am.
There you are.
Yeah, you're good.
We're back.
Okay, cool. All right, so talking with Patrick Scott Barnes and Mr. McBumbles over there, the Reverend, making sure we're on track with everything. So coming up at 8 o'clock, we're going to chat with Nick. And right now, let's talk about this book.
Okay.
Let's talk about the book. So you started releasing kind of the pairings of the writings and the pictures. And
right.
Releasing these cool books. One of them, I think the very first one was just butts, maybe, right? In your sophomore attempt at a publication, I believe you solely published women's hindquarters photographs.
That book was called The Butt Freak Blues.
Okay.
And there was a little problem I was having with, and this is what inspired the second book. When I put that book online, advertising it, you see the butt on the cover, but see, it's not a photo book. It was a book of poetry. And see, people was thinking because I was posting pictures all the time, they thought it was a book full of pictures. And so that's the Butt Freak Blues. And the second book I came out with, which is the one that I got out currently, because people were expecting pictures, then I say, okay, I'll do a photo book full of women.
That's so smart.
And so, but a last minute thought came about.
Okay.
What happened was I sent a PDF to my friend Joe Romaine, and Joe said, I see where you're coming from, but why don't you add some poetry to it?
Okay.
And I was kind of hesitant about that at first. And so he said, well, why don't you put it in the point of view of a guy who's a DJ, photographer, because I used to DJ in Sanford.
Yeah.
And he said, why don't you talk about the point of view of a guy who's just now became sober?
Right here. The answer is right here. Our next guest DJ at Clutch will be Patrick Scott Barnes. Do you still DJ?
I hadn't done that in a while.
Okay, all right, we'll figure that out.
I could
later.
probably.
All right, so yeah, we'll figure it out later. But we got this little way with a little app, so we want to see if we can get you set up. Maybe.
Oh, okay,
cool. All right, so anyway, all right, cool. So that's all to come. But that's incredible.
Yeah.
Right. I mean,
totally.
So where were we? Sanford.
So I used to DJ in Sanford, and and then I'm talking about me being a photographer.
Yeah.
So he said, why don't I talk about the point of view in which now I just recently became sober? And so that's what the storyline was. It's about me getting all drunk in the beginning, and then it talked about me winding up in the hospital, and then now it goes on to my sobriety. That's basically what the poems are about.
Are these true poems?
Oh yeah. Just about everything I write is true.
Right on. So what happened when you went to the hospital? What
I had got pneumonia, and so one night I was just coughing and coughing and coughing.
Right.
So I couldn't get no kind of sleep whatsoever. So I went to the hospital, and when I went to the hospital, they found out I had high blood pressure. I always knew I had it.
Right.
But they found a whole bunch of others. They found like high blood pressure. They found high cholesterol. They found gout.
Oh my!
Now I don't know how they found, but they say I had gout, but I never really had the symptoms of like your foot would hurt all night, and that never happened to me. But they said I had it, and so basically, and I was in there for a whole week.
Wow.
Yeah, a whole week in the hospital.
How long ago was this?
This was back
like a year ago or a year and a half.
This was back in at the end of May of last year.
Wow. All right.
And so I was in there for about a week. And so I talk about that in the book too.
All right.
And so so I just talk about this little journey I was taking.
Right.
And you know, when I'm taking the pictures.
Gotcha.
So now, having kind of overcome that whole scenario, it sounds like you've changed the way you're, doing everyday life, right?
Yeah. You know,
that's good to hear.
So you stopped drinking. What was that? Did you just recently do that, or was that because of your bout in the hospital?
Yeah. Well, what had happened was when I was in the hospital, they was telling me they told me to tone down on the drinking.
Yeah.
Right.
1 or 2 drinks a day.
Right.
And I'm like, I know how I am. 1 drink turns into 2. 2 turns into 4. 4 turns into 6. I was like, and then I said, no, fuck it. I just ain't gonna drink at all.
He doesn't like odd. I don't like odd numbers. I know how this goes.
Yeah, I'm like, no, I said, no, fuck it. I know how I get when I go to a bar. It ain't gonna be at no 2 drinks.
Right.
And so I go to a clinic like once a month. And then when I saw the health benefits of me not drinking,
right.
So I say, fuck it, I ain't drinking no more.
Really?
Yeah, good for you, man.
Was it hard for you at all?
Oh, fuck yeah. It still gets to you.
Yeah?
You go into a bar, you see everybody else having a good time with the booze, and you kind of miss that.
Right.
But I'm going to tell you what I don't miss. I don't miss driving home worrying about getting a DUI.
True that.
It's bad enough,
No doubt.
It's bad enough I might catch cops' attentions anyway, so.
Right on.
So a DUI is not going to, like. So, I'm sorry, go ahead.
So yeah, that's a good example of kind of how, that's what I'm saying, the ghost thing. Right, it's like we're all just future ghosts, right? And sometimes you go through life and you don't always get appreciated for the stuff that you do or the things that you go through, and life kind of teaches you in a way, hey, this is what's important,
right?
Don't forget. So it's a beautiful thing, man, because with Orlando, Godfather, rockin' legend types like yourself, we're losing them. And
I know, right?
So I'm glad to hear that you are doing the right thing. So thank you, brother.
Thanks, man.
Have
you been counting days or anything? Do you know
everybody around? We all got to sign
6 months.
A pact.
Well, like, have I been counting days I don't drink or whatever?
Yeah.
I used to go by months.
Gotcha.
No, I talk about being sober, but I'm gonna be honest with you. Like once in the blue moon, I stopped drinking around in June.
All right.
And ever since then, I probably had 1 or 2 glasses of wine.
Oh,
okay.
See, but
good.
I never really got drunk. I can't stand wine anyway, so.
Well, there you go. That's good. All right. Well, keep yourself focused, and again, we want to support what the fuck you're doing with that and the book. Because I think it's incredible. And,
3 Orlando night spots.
3 Orlando night spots by Patrick
Barnes.
Scott Barnes. It's out there on Amazon. There's links from our blog to his website where you can go purchase the book. It is apparently on back order, sounds like.
Right.
So back that order up. Anyway.
Here's another thing people can do. It's in the Barnes and Nobles won't have it. But if you go to Barnes and Nobles, it's in their catalog, and they could order it for you if you ask them for it.
Okay.
If it's in their catalog, you ask them, can they order this for them, and they'll get it for you.
Cool.
So it's on Barnes and Noble's catalog.
There you go. Right. That's impressive. That is impressive, brother. That's so wonderful. So talking with Patrick Scott Barnes, we're going to kind of spread our wings into some music, and if you bear with me here, I got this one song queued up. This group is called the Aggressive Swans, and we're going to come back. Hold on. How do we want to end this? Do we want to end
you're going to stick around with us, right?
Yeah,
I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so we'll just break into a song.
Break into a little bit of music, but that was our local legend session with Patrick Scott Barnes. Thanks for joining us. Over there? You are there?
Yeah.
I am here?
Yep. Are you queuing the song up? Which I thought was okay.
I think I am. I had a question for you, though.
For me?
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you think of this? What do you think of this? Oh.
I don't know what to think of it.
Hey, but WJBW, who to speak?
Yeah, I was wondering if maybe you could
trying to be
What?
cool or something.
Who's this?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's just cool, man.
What?
It's stupid.
What's your name, buddy?
I'm ready to turn this shit off,
Okay.
man. I don't know what's going on. Wow.
Dude, what's up with this guy?
This guy.
What
the
are you
fuck
doing?
is this?
What is he doing? All right, hang up the
Yeah.
phone. All right, hang up on that guy. What?
Hey, somebody called. That's pretty
Holla
good.
at you.
That's pretty good. All right. So what?
WJBW, the JB Rev Show, Aggressive Swans is about to be in your ears. We'll be
Word.
right back.
WJBW.
You don't want the electronics are so predominant that people would really prefer that.
Hobba-dabba-dabba-dooba-da. Welcome back. WJBW is the network cradle, and the show extension of is the JB Rev Show. Been doing this with the Reverend. Appreciate you, buddy.
Yeah, man.
Thanks for being
Right
here.
back at you.
And badass Patrick Scott Barnes in the room, just freshly off the duffing of our gushing all over him and his history here in Orlando, which again is epic and growing. So thank you. again, Patrick. Thank you.
If you don't mind, could I read a poem?
Hell,
What?
Okay, hold on.
Hold on.
Of course.
We've got a couple minutes before 8 o'clock.
Okay.
So do you have it all ready?
Yeah, I can find it.
Let's do it.
Just
Yeah,
lickety
I
split.
would love it. Lickety split. He said, 2 shakes of a lamb's tail.
All right, give me one. All right, here it is.
Okay.
Here it
Do you
is.
need? Oh, I can change the light in here, right? So
Can you see it?
Let me do that real quick. Hold on.
I love his little habababas.
Wait, why am I not getting? Okay, there we go. Is that better?
Yeah, that'll work.
Okay.
2, 3, 4,
It shouldn't take too long.
Okay. No. All right.
No,
so,
take your
do you
time,
want any
man.
intro music?
Read-
All right,
yeah, read it with
Rev,
some
you gonna-
passion.
Hold on, Rev. You gonna play the
And
music
some,
in the background?
No.
Like the Roots.
No.
Okay, we got the Roots over here to play in the background. No, I'm just kidding. The Rev Roots.
No.
Anyway.
Where's the afro in the pic?
Yeah, what's up? Yeah, you're missing some props.
Don't bring
over there. He is
Aaron
missing some
Nolan
props.
does not
That's
like
okay.
that guy.
Okay, so we got a live reading from Patrick Scott Barnes on hashtag Relish edition session, whatever. Go ahead. So we're ready. All right, so let's set the scene.
Shut up.
Okay, here I go. My first decade as a nightlife photographer had to beg women to pose for booty pics. Things done changed. I want my booty in the picture. How the hell do they know to ask me for a booty pic? Don't know a damn thing about me. Never even met me before. Not even friends on social media. Yet know to ask me for a booty pic. Is this because I'm black? Racial profiling? Is this because they believe all black men appreciate the booty? Everybody wants their booty in the picture. Women of all races do. Make sure you include my ass. That was the Puerto Rican woman. Many black women usually do a booty pose without even requesting a booty pic. White women do the same thing, especially when they're drunk. Everybody wants their booty in the picture. Ain't this some shit? Still, I ain't complaining.
Nice. Booty.
That was great. So there you go. Wow. A little bit of the artistic stylings of the man that we have here in the room.
Patrick Scott Barnes.
Yeah, it is the JB Rev Show.
WJBW.
Maybe that's where it's at.
Party at AK's house.
The revolution has begun.
Google that right now.
And now,
Seriously.
breaking news badly.
Yes, I do, man. Oh, my no, Big Bisco biscuit. JB Rev Show. JB Rev Show. JB Rev Show. Do a big, nice glory hole at any truck stop he goes to.
All right, that's a little house break music there. So we got a little chunky, but that was a great poem. Thank you for doing that, Patrick.
Yeah, man.
No problem.
That was cool.
We're just going to roll live into the call we're expecting from Nicholas.
So in the meantime,
yeah.
this Sunday at Will's Pub
Yeah.
is the 12-year anniversary of Southern Fried Sunday.
Cool.
That is huge.
I'll be there.
Well,
I mean,
we
yeah, I'll be
interviewed
there.
Jessica was a part of our initial opening season for season ocho.
Oh, yeah.
So here we
Season
are,
ocho.
all deep in season ocho.
Yeah.
And
she was our first guest this season.
She was
That's
our
right.
guest with not Kimball, Remark.
Remark. That's right. That is right.
Anyway,
Man.
all right, yeah, we're all grandpa. We all just got more grandpa achievement badges on our gamification of life. So thank you very much. But this is what we do every week,
It's a
and
big deal,
honored
though,
to be
this
able
Sunday.
honored to be able to help promote people. And when people do, incredible things like yourself, like Miss Pauly out there with that Southern Fried Sunday event, they work tirelessly to bring food and entertainment into the
Right.
Orlando.
Yeah.
And time again, it's been true on the nail. So me doing this for 8 years in a row is like I have a total touchstone of reality with what kind of that, it takes. But she produces those events in the 3D world, which is way more complicated. So anyway, we're in digital space over here. 407-906-9328. We'll leave the phone lines open the next hour then, is what the management says. On the line, I believe and hope that this is our good buddy, Nick Salito.
Hey, buddy. How are you?
Good,
Hey,
man.
Nick. What's going on,
Doing
man?
good. Thanks for the call.
Not much. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So, welcome to JB Rev Show. Nick is part of the modern music movement, and he's starting this new venture.
Yeah.
Which is sound pretty exciting. I'll let you take the floor with this, Nick. It's good to have you on, man.
Well, thanks. Thanks for having me. We're going to attempt to are opening a live music venue in the courtyard of the Veranda at Thornton Park, which is obviously existing now and as an event space, and they do weddings and all sorts of other corporate events. We built a stage on the back enclave, if anyone's ever been there, on the front house where they normally do DJs and music. So now it's extended to a full-size stage that can hold a larger band instead of a small stage. We're putting a light bar in, and we're going to get a sound system, and we're going to be doing full bar and to support the music and everything. And this is a free concert series to the public. So it's no cover charge.
Remarkable. Nicholas Salito on the line of the Modern Music Movement. You always put a lot of great stuff together here in Orlando. It's always unique and rich. And I was excited when I saw this because I think I saw one event pop up and I'm like, oh, that looks awesome. Then I saw another one. And so it's a whole series. And that's what I just really love, because I think you've got some great Orlando names kind of preserved. And it's this new jewel little space. Like, what do they do there? It's like a courtyard. They'd have weddings kind of and events and different functions there. Right in that space that you're in now.
Yeah, and for the people listening too, explain, Nick, where Thornton Park is.
We can hold 500 capacity there, which is a fantastic thing. So I'm going to take what I did at the Imperial and just expand it, and even do national shows there. So
wow, all right,
that's phenomenal. See, that's a great new venue opening up, and we've been trying to keep our ear to the ground with stuff like that. So I think it's incredible because that space right there is amazing. So
it's great because, obviously for that neighborhood, people can just walk there.
And it's
you have all the restaurants with bars plus the bar that we're going to have tentatively there. So everybody's going to be good to go.
Well,
when the weather gets a little warmer in spring, we're going to launch a new thing for Sunday Fun Day that I think is going to go off like gangbusters. And that'll be a reggae concert series for the Sunday Fun Day and the hospitality partying crowd, which everybody embraces in the blocks of that Thornton Park area because of the age demographic and whatnot.
And now, so you're right across from Anthony's Pizza there on Summerlin and Washington, which is just
111 North Summerlin Avenue.
That's the very tip of Thornton Park. As you come into it.
They call it the center of Main Street and Main Street. You couldn't ask for a better location.
Yeah, that's remarkable.
Oh, is that where the old Graffiti Junction used to be?
Joseph Martin's had the Lennon tribute that one year.
Oh, okay.
That back venue back there.
The Veranda.
The Veranda live.
Okay, right.
So this is great. So
that really is a great venue.
Name some of the acts that you'll be having come up there that I guess you got confirmed if you can. I know this week they've got the Hate Bombs coming up.
I put up a loose calendar on the Modern Music Movement social media site. Friday, because Belle Isle Yacht Club closed, we got the Hate Bombs moved their gig to the Veranda. So that's the soft opening of sorts.
They gone for good?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
They're muerte. They're dead, my friend. They're done.
No.
So,
do you know what happened with that, Nick? By any chance?
I really don't. I just think that's like way far out of the reaches where people want to go, and it's too damn far away.
It is.
It was
just go to drink beer. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And plus, the cops in Belle Isle fucking suck ass.
Just sit there, right?
Yeah, they're like they're really bad.
Don't shoot these fish in a barrel.
Like where I live in Winter Park, they're just waiting for somebody to be buzzed to come through there.
Yep.
There you go. They got a quota now.
I live in Winter Park, so the drive from Winter Park to Belle Isle, it's like a double.
If you took the red light cameras down, these guys could hit their quota. Come on. I see people running fucking lights every day in front of me. Yeah, give me a camera and give me a percentage of the ticket.
The real soft opening will be February 22nd. That'll be David Schweitzer and Life on Mars, one of his music projects.
Oh, nice.
February 24th, the New Lows, the Hamiltons, and Schubert.
Wow.
March 8th, will be Sean Holcomb. March 17th, tentatively, probably some sort of St. Patrick's Day celebration. March 22nd, Curtains, which is Mike Levan's other project, what he does with the students at Lake Highland, and Mike Levan from the New Lows and Shyster and all these other great bands that have been around. The 29th, Bluegrass Bash with the Riverbottom Nightmare Band, which is a conglomerate of all the great musicians around town.
Yeah.
31st, Getty Up Go. We have the Oakville Drifters in April. I can go on.
Oh, I know those
We
guys.
actually got her to come out, so that's going to be fantastic. With Juno Smile.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh.
And then your favorite on April 28th, Blue Meridian, Clues, and Shock Lizard. Flashback to the 90s.
That's awesome.
That is pretty bad.
So Cluj, that's the reunion kind of thing that didn't happen because of the hurricane, I guess, last year, right? And so now it's happening.
So that should be interesting.
Oh,
to see
I'm
how
stoked for
out.
that. Yeah, that is awesome. I love those guys. And I love that music. And nothing evokes kind of memories so well, smell, they say, but I think also music is really powerful. So the modern music movement, the man behind the curtain over there, Nicholas Salido.
Totally.
You rock, brother. This is a great kind of springboard opportunity to really showcase the beauty of the work that you do in curating beautiful music.
Like I said, it starts out slow. I mean, when we started doing music and the events and the tribute things, just to get the brand rolling, just to get people out, we branded that at the Imperial in about 6 weeks. So that was 5 years ago, and now they're off and running. So I'm hoping for bigger things with this because of the capacity.
Right.
What we can do on Sundays on that day, when everybody's down there looking to have fun, I think I can really raise the bar a little bit.
Oh, totally. Especially with the overflow from the farmer's market and whatnot.
And Nick has some serious culinary chops. I will say he's done these pop chops and had kind of celebrity, involvement. Not celebrity, well-known chefs around here kind of get into pop-up manner.
I've been talking with one of my buddies who's partners with Ravenous Pig, and they might be doing the food concession, but that's not confirmed. But I'm really hoping that works out. We do have somebody donated a brand new double-sided barbecue pit that's portable, like you would take to a competition on the back of a truck. And it's pretty damn awesome. It's like one of the best you can get. It's about a $15,000 grill, basically, is what it is.
Awesome. Hey, are you collaborating with Mr. Rock by any chance from Ravenous or someone else?
Stephen Rock.
Yeah.
Well, Stephen Rock does shows me. Stephen is a server there. Actually, I was going to collaborate with Reese Gowlick, who does the barbecue stuff at bars on special days. He's the partner in Swine and Sons.
Nice.
That's cool. That's
right
cool.
on, dude. So I got to say, Nicholas, you've been around for quite some time, and I'm not going to throw out there the idea that we've been talking about it, but I hope that comes to fruition because it's such a great idea, and that's something. Okay.
The Reverend's giving you a local legend status. And I don't know if we've done that before, but there it is. Okay. Oh my God. Nick Salido.
Anyway, dude, I really like where your head's at when it comes to music and the stuff that you're involved in, and it's very impressive, man. And
man, I'm really wanting to shoot for that Black Star venue. I got something epic in my pocket for spring break. If I can get those guys to find out where they're at, I want to get in one of their production meetings. But I got something lined up with that. I think I called you last week and I spoke with Maude about it. So hopefully that comes to fruition. You guys are really like that. That's a really stand-up gig I got planned up, if it happens.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. Well, definitely keep us looped in and connected because we love the heck about what you're doing here. And maybe to tie everything in, that's kind of what I mean by that ghost. It's like this constantly persistence, just like this mindless kind of but purposeful going forward. Because what you do is a passion, man. And you really bust your ass to make sure cool shit keeps coming to Orlando. So I'm excited to hear about this new venue that you're working with now. Sundays.
Well, my brand just turned 5 years old.
That's
so
awesome.
I'm really excited that it had lasted, and that I look back in a pride to myself that I've all the time and money and effort I put into it. So, I mean, 5 years old is young, and that's about when things start to. I hope it really expands this year. I mean, that's what we're
no
shooting
doubt.
for.
Let's blow it up. Yeah, well, I love what you're doing, and
which is Modern Music Movement, which is the brand
Modern
we're
Music
talking
Movement.
about.
Go like it on Facebook.
Triple M.
Nicholas Salido, the man behind that.
Yeah, we're Facebook friends.
Patrick Scott in the room. He
Are
can
you
do.
guys going to?
You
the,
can get
the
Patrick to
private
do the
George
pictures.
Clinton Parliament party tomorrow by chance?
We're no
Parliament.
What, George Clinton?
Yeah, well,
in Gainesville?
George Clinton.
Yeah. Where's that going on?
Well, I'll tell you on the sidebar where to go to get click in for your ticket.
Yeah,
All
I'll
right?
sit. Yeah, man. That's
Okay, so
you
we're
on
getting
your
an
cell phone.
exclusive. That's cool. Okay,
Right on,
all
right on.
Text
Cool.
it to me. This
Tear
is
the
JB.
roof off the mother.
Yeah. Right? Shit, man. That's awesome.
So, with this venue, what kind of should people connect with you through Modern Music Movement if they think they could help you move it forward? Or?
When I get that, we're going to put a link. So I'm not going to get this whole thing. There's no sense in doing a website when I run off of social media. So you just go click on the Modern Music Movement on Facebook, and then you'll see the listings. I mean, it's right there. Just click on events, and like what I just read off to you is all right in front of you.
That's beautiful.
So,
Awesome.
So go follow
and I want
those.
to mention too that they're going to be free, so it's the right price.
What?
Right. No cover. That's
And
what
this
he
is
said at the veranda.
Is it every Sunday? Is that when these acts
No,
are
it's going to
scheduled?
be. It's going to be. I'm sorry, I should have clarified that. So the music shows will be Thursday and Saturdays, tentatively on and off with whatever the calendar allows. But we're going to launch a Sunday Funday event, which will encompass a reggae vibe, which I think that will really hit heavy for that neighborhood.
Totally.
So
Nice.
Yeah,
well,
man.
good to get a read on that. It's Nick Salido, Modern Music Movement.
Yes.
Talking about some cool stuff he's doing. Oh, there you go. Yeah, collaborate through the Facebook page. Message him if you think, are you asking for any kind of volunteer help or people that kind of want to be a part of the movement?
The revolution.
Well, I'm not really at this point. I just we don't really have a staff per se. I mean, it's me and the band's set up. They're gonna. I mean, most bands just do their own thing. I never got involved in the tech thing unless it's something where I'd have to buy outrigging or backline or something like that. So I don't. If anybody wants to get involved just to hang out, that's fine. I mean, that's great. And then anybody, any input that's positively moves things forward, I'm all for it, and I'm open-minded to do anything.
That's awesome.
And if anybody has any events or parties they want to do that they think would be a great success for that venue, bring it forward. We don't say no. We just got to make it work. That's all.
Right on. So we're talking with Nicholas Salido from Modern Music Movement. Hey, man, before we wrap this up, you got anything you want to, close out with, or I mean, I'm really looking forward to this new venue that you're being able to work with Veranda in Thornton Park, which if you've never been, this is a beautiful outdoor. It's like a courtyard that's nestled in between like these Victorian style like homes. It's just a really beautiful space.
Yeah, it's a B&B. Some of them are offices and some of them are still for rent. So but where you're standing to watch the show is in the courtyard.
Awesome.
And we're going to be
Behind
doing
these
some
beautiful
co-sponsorships with Dexter's there because I already do things with them. So we're going to try to get some deals for people that want to come down and possibly get a bite if we don't have our food operation going. Maybe get a deal or something with Dexter's, so then come over or walk across the street and see the show. So that's one of the things I met with Adrian Mann, that one of the owners of Dexter's today, because I already do street parties and stuff for them up in Winter Park, so at the Winter Park store.
Nice. Well, and you want to bring that beautiful symphony feel, but exclusivity is really what that particular venue you're in, because it's a large area, but when it's closed off, it's like, okay, there's one way in or one, a little other second way out.
My dream is to expose Orlando to more jazz. I think that's left out here. That never hits the mark, and it kind of pisses me off a little bit. So I'd like to really kind of do some, maybe call it Jazz Under the Stars or something. I don't know. It's a very important movement in music, and people they don't really look at it so much here. It kind of bugs me a little bit.
Yeah, you're right. Last time that really Orlando really kind of showed any focus on that was with the Downtown Blues and Jazz Club.
Well, there's a blue bamboo in.
Well, and we also had WLOQ. Remember 103?
Oh yeah,
that was
right.
That was the Grossmans, and that was part of their thing. And he was a jazz fan, and not only was he a communications and radio owner and businessman, but he was into what he did, and they really got behind it. They really did, and I got to give him that. Even though it was about money and it's a business, but he really got behind it and brought some quality stuff here.
Yeah, that was family owned, wasn't it? Was that a family owned radio or?
Yeah, it was a couple named the Grossmans. They're older Winter Park. He's since passed away. I think the wife is still alive. They owned LOQ. They owned that jazz mag. They had a company jazz magazine with it, and I think they also owned a radio station out in Arizona or something too, where their son actually is involved with it. So we actually called and asked them for permission if we could use that name, Sunset Serenade, and I think they were cool with it, which is the thing they did with early evening jazz concerts. They brought like Ricky Lee Jones.
Oh, that's right.
Really cool,
that was out at the Peabody
radio field,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
that's right.
I remember that.
Yeah. So that's excellent. You're right.
They bring if I don't know if you're into classical, modern guitar player like Otmar Liebert. Some of these guys that just rock out in the kind of an elevator music way, but they are cool virtuoso musicians, and it's a fun event to do.
Yeah, and they're actually, to see them perform live is really quite amazing. Actually, that was a really cool series out there.
You can see like Michael Glass and all these guys that they have that forerunners of new age music or new jazz or fusion. I don't know. It sometimes gets lost in all these tag phrases we put on things. So,
yeah, no doubt.
That's how it is. But in closing, I hope everybody supports it and comes out and has a good time. And it'll start out slow and hopefully build up to be something great.
Absolutely,
man.
No doubt. On the line. We appreciate you.
Yeah, we do, Nicholas.
You rock. One of our sponsors we talk about every week, Modern Music Movement. Appreciate you, buddy. Hold on. Are you still there?
Shoot me a text on that little George Clinton kind of thing.
Yeah, I will. I'll do that.
All right, man.
All right, talk to you. Bye-bye.
All right, later.
Hold on.
WJBW.
You don't want the electronics is so predominant.
Yeah. The JB Red
What's
Show.
up with your Bob on the Blue? Stupid. You can't.
I don't know. I want to be animated. Hey, everybody. No, but I'm just so happy that we can kind of do this each week because there you go. You learn something new. There's a lot of cool stuff going on in Orlando, and especially right near that Thornton Park area. Because that's a great venue.
Yeah.
And it's Veranda Live, Modern Music Movement. So happy to join the growth. Keep doing it.
It's nice to see Nicholas expand into a bigger venue like that because, let's face it, Imperial's pretty small.
Right.
I mean, you maybe get 100 people in there, and that's kind of crowded. You know what I mean? So,
buddy of mine got in trouble over that.
We're doing what?
He was doing open mic. No, it wasn't open mic. Oh. They were doing doing spoken word, so to speak.
Yeah.
And somebody was being anti-Trump.
Okay.
And I guess some patrons didn't appreciate that, so they had to go to another venue.
So they left the establishment.
Right.
They walked out. They're like, you're all on your knees in here while the anthem is playing, and we're leaving.
So
it's
Trump supporters,
but the polarization that right there, that's negative for us, right?
Right.
What?
That's negative for us for a political belief to control your social interaction. That's not America.
In all honesty, and we've talked about this before. I mean, there's certain things that you don't really need to bring into an open discussion when you're doing,
What are you talking about?
Okay. So, one would be religion.
Yeah.
Another one
when
would
you're
be
bartending.
politics.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Bartending,
Religion,
or when you're doing
politics.
unless it's an activity that
Definitely
is
sports.
pro. I can't ever.
See, and that's the only place that kind of mentality is acceptable is sports, right? You can oppose you with a vehement hatred, right? So does it stem and bleed into? It's not a natural extension into political. It's not like, oh, we're gonna beat you in some game. We're on the same fucking team. Why are we even setting up odds against each other? Let's correlate similarities. That's what a democratic republic, American government is supposed to be like, right? Checks and balances. And
some people are basically all about themselves, and
without question.
Yeah.
And so, when they're all about themselves, they'll just come up with any kind of reason to,
Yeah, you're right. They bathe themselves in lies daily.
Exactly.
And so do the shallow believers. I mean, they're all living in this other world where Obama's still a Muslim and he's got their damn guns, right? I mean, that's what's happening. Where is this guy?
But they did benefit from health care. They just won't admit to it.
They took our taxes. Yeah. All right. So
anyway,
enough about politics. Anyway, there you go.
Well, let's leave politics alone.
You got any Negro Fuchsias for us? Am I saying that correctly?
Negro Fuchsias.
Okay. I just didn't want to say it that way, but yes.
Let me see if I remember. What one did I post recently?
Let me look. Hold on here. I can pop it up there.
Oh, I think I can remember it.
Okay, there we go. What you got?
Okay. Just because a white woman may support a right-wing fascist does not mean she will not lust for men of color.
Yeah. Is that where I'm trying to go? There it is. Oh, wait. Hold on.
Is ghetto rigging the same as redneck rigging?
Well, is it?
Well, first of all, ghetto rigging, you've obviously replaced the G word or the N word with the G word.
Yeah. I wasn't going to put
Well, there's also jerry rigging as well.
Okay, explain.
You've heard of jerry rigging, right?
I heard of it. Okay, explain that.
Well, I mean...
so they manipulate how the voting lines go based on residential neighborhoods, basically. Right, so if they're like, this is the affluent part of town, they're gonna gerrymander the.
Yeah, he talking about gerrymandering. So what you talking about, Jerry?
What are you talking? Oh, gerrymandering. Oh, I'm sorry.
You've never heard of jerry rigging?
Oh, I'm calling you the
jerry
Rev.
rigged.
I'm sorry.
You've never heard? I had to jerry rig that before. You've never heard that?
It just sounds like yes, jerry rig.
I heard of it, but
I don't know
go into detail.
I have no idea. My real name is Gerald, so I've never heard of Gerald rigging.
But
Gerald Riggins, how about that?
But ghetto rigging and redneck rigging is basically the same thing. It's just
honky rigging,
the accent.
Yeah, right. There's no doubt.
But basically, it's unorthodox ways of fixing something, but it works. That's the beauty of it. You something that wouldn't work to get something you don't think would work together that actually works.
Right.
So they both the same thing.
Nice. What? So, all right. And the JV's just gonna do a little dance over there. So, I hope he goes away and stays away for a little while so we can talk about him. Hey, with your book here, so you said this is the third pressing you've done of this?
Yeah, I did. Okay, I did like when I first did him, right? Because I didn't know it was going to sell, so I was like, okay, just print a certain amount of it and see how it's going to work out,
right?
And so the first one they sold out, then the second one they sold out.
Can I ask how many's in a run?
I'll be honest, it was about 20. I was like printing 20,
okay.
And
how much are they?
The books are $10.
Okay. All right, there you go.
I'm not going to tell you how much I paid for them because I don't
no.
Hey,
yeah, I'm not asking that. I'm not. So, what is your profit margin? How much did you make on the first? No, I don't care about any of that.
I made my money back. I just put it that way. I made the money back.
Oh yeah, and then some. I hope.
Yeah. I made a profit off it.
Yeah, right on. All right. That's cool.
Okay,
basically,
they're mathematician.
I'm not going there, man. Come on.
Basically, I did a print. I thought ahead of time to do a print in which people would pay a certain amount of money for it.
Right.
And so I figure I try to do something that costs around about $10 and it'll be cool.
Nice. Yeah, and you did that well. That's It's very impressive, actually.
So, Patrick Scott Barnes in studio, the Reverend over there, and I think there's a...
The Revolution.
Yeah, there's a revelation, actually.
Revelation. I'm really excited about this one, actually. So this is something we do every week now, Patrick, just so you know, where I kind of bring a little bit of a... we focus on a song, not focus, but I bring a song. And I'm across the whole like spectrum of the different genres.
Right.
But tonight is Jungle. And the song's called
group?
The Heat.
The name of the band is called Jungle?
Yep, the name of the band is called Jungle.
Okay.
And I'm going to play this for you, and I want us to really listen to this, and then when we come back from it, we'll talk a little bit about this band because they're pretty exceptional. So this is Jungle, and the name of the song is The Heat.
Right on time, back by the beach. Still gonna bring the heat. Bring the heat. The heat.
Doing all that I can for you. I can feel the heat. I know I can't get you home. No, like a flash from a gun. I knew that the more that I run, honey, won't help to make it better. Still, I can feel the heat, yeah. Don't let it catch you. No, I can feel the heat. I know I can't get you home. No. I know I can't get you home. You home. No, I can't feel the heat. No, I'm doing all that I can for you. Don't you get up, to be a warm-blooded man, honey, so I can treat you better.
Oh, yeah. Welcome back to the JB Rev Show. So that was Jungle. The name of that track was The Heat. So they've been around for a little bit now, and it sounds like what's really cool about them, and
when was the last time
when you go on,
something was so beautiful.
You got a site up now, right? The Reverend's Revelations or whatever.
Yeah, so I'll post that video up.
Yeah, the video is really cool. Tag Patrick on this, but it's what they do is each one of their videos, they've got another video that's really cool that's called Platoon, and it's this little black girl. She must be like 4 or 5 years old, and she totally breakdances, and she kicks ass. And I mean, it's badass
like
video.
The breakdancing Karate Kid, but with a female lead.
This that particular song that we just heard, The Heat, is two dudes on roller skates the whole time, and it's a really, really cool video. But what I'm getting at is all their videos got a really cool kind of groovy.
So you're just kind of judging it based off of a scent to feel not overly familiar with them.
No, it's the music.
Where are they? You said they're from. Where are they from?
They're from the UK.
Okay.
Yeah, and
but I don't think we talked about that on air. Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to get there. So that their videos are primarily what they do is it's choreographed videos. So there's another video where the whole dance troupe does it, and then there's another. They do these really fucking cool videos. They're from the UK, and they never appear in their videos themselves, the band, and they're like four.
You got that right.
White dudes. And they don't sound like
in a boy band.
You've been acting really weird tonight. Actually, you've been throwing me off all night.
All of them, the whole band is white.
There's one
white girls,
mulatto girl in there.
Is it
sound like brothers singing?
I know. That's what I'm saying.
It's
crazy. that's why.
Steroids.
And they're English too. They're from the UK
the
and
Rick Astley and because I thought Rick Astley was a brother.
From the Cars.
No. Is that saying
that?
No,
yeah, Rick. Okay, yeah, I know who.
Everybody used to Rick roll too.
Yeah. Who's the lead singer of the Cars? It's jeez.
Ocasek.
Rick Ocasek. Yeah. Wow, that's. I'm surprised you even knew that.
See, that the brother know the music, but.
Anyways, what I really like about Jungle is the music, and they're really just a really cool live band. And they're badass. I like that.
That's what I was talking about.
Yeah. Rick Astley.
Yeah, I thought he was a brother.
Okay.
Breaking news.
And now join us for the news here. A little bit of news headlines.
Yeah,
we can talk about this shit up. We can talk about whatever you want, though.
You're in a funk tonight, dude.
What?
Yeah, man. You're weird tonight, bro. Slap you on my way out.
I'm weird. What are you talking about?
Tonight.
Revolution.
The world, that's the news. The world is crazy.
So what happened in Hawaii? They had like a missile threat or whatever.
That is crazy.
Could you imagine? Even comprehend that,
dude?
I think that's horrible.
I'm surprised nobody committed suicide.
Blatant.
You know what I mean? I would rather take a gun to my head than fucking die of like a nuclear, meltdown or whatever.
And sadly, the world today too is exhibiting signs of the times. Right?
Well, I got to bring Prince into this.
Yeah, it's the first I was thinking about.
He's gone. No, but think about that too. I mean, it's pretty evident to see there's a lot of jacked up shit going on concurrently, in at least my view as of lately. But needless to say, you got to stay positive every day, and that's exactly what we try to do. So what we do on this little bit here is read a couple of news headlines and/or play media content. Are you a comic book geek guy?
Oh yeah,
okay,
big time.
Journalists offered reward to ask Trump about U.S. Wakanda relations.
Oh Lord,
Rwanda,
Black Panther.
Hold on, yeah. It's www.cbr.com. Journalists offered reward to ask Trump about U.S. Wakanda relations. So,
Lord.
I wonder who's gonna.
Could you imagine what
someone takes that challenge or what the reward is? You can read that article there.
That shithole country.
No, Wakanda is not a shithole country.
They're the only source of vibranium.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, what's up? Yeah, you don't need.
Well, no, but I'm saying that's what Trump would say, not what I'm saying. I was quoting what Trump would say.
Yeah. I understand. Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, what would he say? Send Frederick Douglass or something like that? And Omarosa.
So,
wow.
Oh,
man.
What a dirtbag.
With the shit with him saying that shithole country, apparently now they're saying he maybe he didn't say that.
No. One guy actually came out and said he was sitting in the same room and heard him say it.
Really?
Yeah, someone actually, yeah.
Well, now according to Trump, they're going to start recording everything, and which, yeah, maybe they should. I'm surprised somebody wasn't, really.
Hey, guys, Rusty Myers here, and this is, I just had it. My niece came over. We about to sneak into my neighbor's yard and go swimming. You know what I'm saying? But basically, she told me that in her school, they pulled another book. These liberals just took another one. First, they took Huck Finn, okay? And now they took Winnie the Pooh, okay? Apparently, people were calling his best friend Tigger. Okay, first of all, Winnie the Pooh didn't call him Tigger. They called him Tigger, okay? There's a big difference, trust me. I you know what I'm saying? Just read it, get it right. Like, Winnie the Pooh can talk, okay? That dude never wore pants. He always has a finger in the honey jar. Okay.
All right. So there you go. A little editorial via Facebook. I forget what that guy's name
Where was that from?
Anyway,
I
there
like
you go.
that.
Sources
Winnie
are
the Pooh.
published to the source on our website. Independent.co.uk. Why religious people cling to beliefs even when contradicted by evidence. So they go on to go through this article and kind of say, hey, we're, kind of breeding people that acquiesce to this invisible structure. Is that good or bad?
Bad.
Right?
Well, that's just how some people are in general. You could just show all kinds of evidence that something don't work, and they'll stick to it because that's their comfort zone. They're not going to move from it.
True that. I am moving.
So a little bit later, I guess since we've been here, actually, and I can't believe that, it's worth. This is how ignorant you have to be to call Haiti a shithole. WashingtonPost.com. So that whole event happened, right? And that caused me to look up the origin of that country. And all since the very beginning, it has been American and European and French molestation.
Well,
right?
This is what people don't
for
talk
the
about.
Resources.
Haiti kicked the white folks out.
Yeah.
And they don't talk about that. Yeah, they kicked them out.
And then in return, though, they cut them off from, import.
Right, yeah.
Which fucked them up. That would fuck up any country or any island like Puerto Rico or Cuba.
Right.
Yeah.
Which we did the same thing
Cut
to
your
Cuba.
penis off, basically. I can't get my goods out, spray my goods out in the world. Cannot do it.
It's crazy.
But
just
that's what I'm saying.
History
is the very comment of that kind of uncovered my curiosity. So in saying the current president, which is how I address him as of lately, the current president, seems to not have the same moral beliefs that I do. I guess, so because I don't know. Like I've said, I think a couple times on the show, I was raised a certain way for like the first 15 years of my life, and then they repudiated me, and here I am today. So
now look at you.
I have been expelled. I have been expelled.
do you still talk to your mom and dad? Hey, all you racists out there. You should not be listening to our show because we do not like you. JB Rev Show. JB Rev Show. Do you have the silver paint huffing? That's a good one, too. Hey, all my silver paint huffers out there. You're listening to the JB Rev Show.
It was a great little productive session we had.
Well, we got a lot of silver paint. Have you ever huffed silver paint?
Oh, my God.
Oh, man. That is a good time right there. I'll tell you.
So it has to be silver.
That's the best color.
Florida, oh my God. Wesh.com. Florida House votes again to repeal red light.
FAS doing the right thing matters.
Red light cameras. Thanks. There you go. Father and son door.
But those things,
what things?
They're flawed. Like the red lights.
Yeah, they are.
You don't know if you trust the timing, right?
Right, exactly.
Yeah,
and they found out some people were manipulating the lights.
Not some people, some cities.
Yeah, exactly. Some
like
cities.
Winter Park, for instance. Yeah.
So they can find you and get the money from you. They was manipulating the lights.
Yeah, so a yellow is supposed to be yellow for approximately like 6.8 seconds.
Right.
And they're manipulating it to be like 5 seconds.
Yeah.
And fucking bullshit, man.
And it don't make the town any safer. It's been proven it. They don't make the town safer.
Definitely not. If anything, it makes it a little more fucked up.
Okay.
Watch your language, by the way.
Not as good.
Well,
so is that
live on the air
taking away of the rights that we have?
No, it's giving us more.
So, but are they perceivably removing that red light camera to put a bigger camera somewhere else?
Yeah, right.
Is there a cloaked camera in places that we might not know? Because that's what I believe. I believe technology exists before we know about it.
Oh, right, dude, there is no doubt.
You're never gonna know all these little intricate devices or how people are thinking and programming rights or what have you. But I think there's a definite pattern in nature that is a simple template for virtually every kind of code you could imagine, because there's this exponential recurrence of existence. Anyway, but there you go. There I go again.
I got to say, I'm going to try to get a guest on here next week. Mm-hmm. And he was telling me about this technology of like this orb that can actually I don't even know how you say it. It's cloaked. It's able to cloak itself, and it's able to record audio and video, and it can like hover around you without you having any idea.
A drone,
right?
And it's not a drone.
I'm just fucking around.
Yeah, but it's like a orb. Like I don't know, man.
That's a '90s group, isn't it?
Oh, the orb. Yeah,
yeah.
Little fluffy clouds.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's it. Thanks for listening. JB Rug Show.
WJBW.
That's where it's at.
Oh, yes.
Next. Who am I?
Hey, all my silver paint huffers out there.
Okay.
You just get finger crazy over there sometimes.
Finger banging this iPad.
All right. Are we done with the news? Are we done with the show?
What else do I got? I'm sorry. You want to wrap it up?
Yeah, let's wrap this shit up, man.
I don't even have closing music. Woman gets full refund after returning dead Christmas tree to Costco in January.
What?
No, that didn't happen.
Do what now?
It did?
Yeah.
What? Say that again. I
just deleted it, man. I'm trying to stay.
Oh, my God. You
trying to stay nimble.
Do you not remember what you just said?
WFTV.com. A woman gets full refund after returning dead Christmas tree to Costco in January. What do you think of that?
That's pretty funny.
Woman gets full refund.
Full refund.
So,
What'd you say?
Like Christmas tree? I don't know.
I working in retail. What probably happened?
You work in retail?
Used to. I don't do that crap.
What do you do now?
I just chill.
All right. Nice. Selling books.
Like she probably went in and raised the stink. She probably carried on so much, and they probably figured, okay, let's get her the hell out of here.
Little queef out.
Yeah.
She made a stink.
Because Walmart used to do that. If they raised so much hell, okay, let's give them like what? It was probably like a $20 tree and get them the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Man, I'm gonna start doing that. People start bitching to me.
I'm just guessing. I just know that's what used to happen.
Nice. All right.
So I think I got one more. All right, we'll close it out. There you go.
We'll see. Let's see what you got.
India bans Price Waterhouse Coopers from auditing listed firms for 2 years.
What?
Okay, that's over my head.
Yeah, well, I don't even know what you said. Rice Coopers.
Okay, India bans Price Waterhouse Coopers.
What is Price Waterhouse Coopers?
Okay,
no, seriously, what is that?
You
just read anything, right? Rice. What? I don't even know what that is. Do you know what that is?
It's a firm. It's like a auditing firm. I believe they're kind of like a Ernst & Young.
Oh, they don't want these people counting money or whatever?
Yeah.
Okay.
India.
Why? Why don't they want people counting money, man? That's crazy.
That's a big story that you might find out about later. Okay.
Yeah. It's really
all
bad.
right. So anyway, that's the real story. It's all about power abuse in the world, and it's the war on the subversive S&M. A sadomasochistic domination war on power abuse.
Hey, are you on the straight line?
No, but I'm just serious about that. I think that's the real war that we have to have. And you're seeing with this Me Too movement, people coming forward with abuse, and Jerry finger banged my iPad. And it's just getting.
I'm part of the Us Three movement.
Us Three?
Yeah, remember them?
Yeah, I remember.
What was it?
They sampled a Herbie Hancock song.
That's right. Us Three. I wonder whatever happened to those guys.
And they came out same time. What his name used to do the Scat Man.
Oh, jeez. Could you imagine being the scat man? Scat, I'm the scat man. You know, scat's another term for ATM.
All right.
You know,
okay.
Scat. You know, you've heard of scat's also like being
MC Scat Cat
in the shit.
Fucking Paula Abdul up in here. Come on, man.
There used to be a little club called Scats. That's all
Primitive Radio
Benny.
Gods. Remember them? Primitive Radio Gods?
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Oh, here
yeah.
we go. All right, so before we go, I've got this ancient... And we're just going to welcome him to the call. How you doing, Patrick?
Hello.
Alrighty, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Thanks for calling in, man. I appreciate your time.
Oh, no problem.
You're a busy guy. You're here and there. You started this awesome blog where you go out and kind of report live on all the stuff that goes down there in Orlando, the Milk District, everywhere. You're everywhere. So it's awesome to see that blog. But before that, okay, so I'll stop that right there. That was our original interview back in 2014.
That was back when you were drunk all the time.
Yeah.
You don't remember that? Oh, you're like, yeah, I'm here. What's up?
Anyway, I just thought for posterity it'd be fun to play that.
Posterity.
That's cool.
That was like, so anyway,
That
we
was
appreciate you coming in.
You sounded much
you're
younger.
definitely a local legend.
Oh, definitely.
you, man. No problem.
And you rock. We want to
roll.
keep bolstering, what you're doing and make sure that we talk about it because it is incredible. You're coming out. I would get double publication. Do what you can do.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
We want to help you kind of move that out there in the universe because it's Patrick Scott Barnes joining us for this entire session. The Reverend over there.
That's
What do you
me.
got? You got anything?
Hey, it was a good show tonight. Patrick, thank you so much for being here.
Oh, no
pal.
problem.
That's
I'm
big.
happy to be here.
So we'll see you Sunday for the Southern Fried Sunday 12th anniversary.
Yeah, I'll be hanging out there.
Yeah. You going to bring your camera?
Yeah, I'm bringing the camera.
All right. Take some pictures of my butt.
Nah, dog.
I
Can't
think
do that.
I think you need to do butt blister boys. Or blister butt boys.
What have
and
I
just
heard?
take pictures of boys' butts.
You going to Iron Cow this Saturday?
For the dueling.
Well, that's tonight.
Oh, is that tonight?
I
Really?
think it's tonight. Yeah.
What's going on Saturday?
Some house music night. Well, that's your genre, right?
I'm.
Oh, look at him profiling you.
Yeah, don't be profiling just because I'm white. Don't mean I listen to. I'm into apartments.
Well, I used to see you at sandwich.
I do, man.
I used to see you at Sandwich Bar all the time. I thought you might know about.
Patrick, I like any music that's done well. Like we're talking with Nicholas Cilliado.
Right, I understand.
Jazz,
Holla at you.
big booty, big booty music. I like it all as long as it's done well. I like everything except whatever JB's into at the time.
Oh,
Those tiny
okay.
little hands that make my cock look. Looks at what? My big. Google that right now. All right, Higgs, it's good. So, where you got those kitty cats queued up? Because we need to roll out. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I don't.
You don't, do you? So
No,
we
I'm
end,
so sorry.
Every
All right, so
show
hold
we end.
Before we roll into the kitty cats, I guess we could even say talk about pokashottest.com.
Oh, yeah.
Go to that website. It's
Get some bacon salt. Put that on a pickle.
POCASHOTTEST.
You ever had bacon salt on a pickle?
And Shannon
No,
Holt
no.
Art.
Do you like pickles?
Innovative,
Hadn't had
creative
pickles in a while.
events, body
they're
painting,
good.
face painting, art
Do you like
painting.
bacon?
Who's the body painting?
Shannon Holt
Shannon
Art.
Holt.
Okay, yeah.
She body paints with bacon salt.
Okay, that's not true. Shut up over there.
I just met her model
I bet you did.
about a month ago.
In the butt.
No, not a month. Listen to
Okay,
me. About a
stop
week
that.
ago.
I'm thinking our spot. This is why I guess
met her
need
model in the
music.
butt.
Oh my god.
Her model does have butt.
Okay.
Put my finger
Her
in
model got back.
it. Winnie the Pooh's friend is Tigger, right?
Tigger.
Tigger.
Modern music movement. Shannon Holt Art, modern music movement.
Southern Fried Sunday.
Orlando City Smoke Shop. Kush Ultra Lounge.
My Tigger.
My Tigger.
PatrickScottBarnes.com.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That's my website.
Go to his
Scott
website.
Barnes.
It's called, or you can just go to psb.org.
No, don't do that.
Buy his book on psb.org.
Okay.
Go to Barnes,
Nobody.
notnoble.com and get his book. Barnes, Not Noble. Or
Yeah, they can just go to the. I think they can just go to the store and ask for it. They'll order it for them.
make a big fuss like you're returning the dead Christmas tree. I need a cock. I need a cock. You do. Hey man, it's a good show. Google that right now. Even though you got weird tonight. Hey. It's finger trigger happy over there. Like, so it turns mine off. You see that? And then, yeah. Why did you turn off the keyboard at night? Yeah, because you.
Just looking fantastic.
Man, I was playing a really beautiful song, and everybody missed it. Way to go.
Okay. So, well, I
Great
had
show.
to turn it down because of the streaming of your song.
Sure you
The
did.
Revelation.
Oh.
So, there you go.
All right, then.
That
Good
was
show.
that. All right, so I got a Night Drive queued up with a track, Rise and Fall. Little gothy, little on the nose. Anyway, we'll see you next week. I think we have some delicious chefs lined up for next week.
Yeah, Emily Allen.
WJBWnetworks.com.
Love her.
WJBW Orlando, the very first quasi-radio web show.